And this is part 2. And in this particular part of this episode, we will go ahead and attach this strip and get it glued, clamped, and tightened down. So anyway, glad you're here. Consider subscribing, and let's jump in. Clamp that like that just to see if we can, just to see how it lays in here. See the way we've got that beveled, it's laying right on there and right up next to the strip feels thick. Yeah, it's just about the same. Okay, I don't have any reason to believe it's not going to lay in there okay on this side. I'm going to have to kind of push it down right there. It's got a funky little bend to it. But we're going to be able to get rid of this knot up in the front. This right here, I think we're going to be able to cut that off. Okay, so I'm good with that. Let's see how we look back in the back. Yeah, I just have just enough length back here. I'm going to be able to, now I don't like that. I don't like, something's not letting it come in as far as it should. Yeah, we're going to have to trim this down here and this right here. It's close, but there's a little hump right there. See? Alright, that's why we dry fit it. Okay, so once that I feel like I've got it dry fit the way I want it, I'm just going to take this one clamp and roll that up there like that. And I want this strip to just kind of hang around up here, kind of out of my way. Let's just move it on up there. And now I'm going to show you something that's kind of dumb. A lot of people use Tite Bond, and I've used Tite Bond, and for whatever reason I'm liking the Gorilla Glue. It's a wood glue, and it's white. I had some yellowing with some of the other glue before. The other thing about this, and I think the Tite Bond has this too, but the way this top is on here, it's got a little indentation on both sides there. I can get that glue off of there. And the beauty of that is that if you're careful, you can hold it right on there and just run your bead right along the edge there. And it doesn't take very much. It's awful easy to get too much glue, and then you're cleaning it up and wiping it off. This stuff's super strong. It doesn't take much to hold it. So I'm going to start back here and see if we can run this bead without getting it all over the place. Okay, so maybe you'll be able to see what I'm talking about. A little bit up there, a little bit right there. And then we're going to take and we're just going to run this bead right on there. And the way the tip of that glue nozzle is, you can just kind of press against the edge and it just lays a nice little line right down there. And if you're cool, you just take it easy, hold it steady, good pressure, squeeze that glue out of there. You can go the whole length of this thing if you don't goof it up. And see, we got a little gap right there. Sometimes I'll just take my finger and smooth that just a little bit, and you really see how much glue's on there when you do that. All right, I got to hustle because this stuff will start drying. that's why you have tape on the mold, so you don't glue the thing together. That's what you hope doesn't happen. All right, then I just get some paper towel, a couple little pieces. Okay, which way was that going? Like that. So you can get downward pressure and pressure back against the mold. I know I've got enough length back here. Press that down. Grab a cleat. Just make sure you're on top of this. There's a certain urgency because you don't want this glue to start setting up. You know it should lay fair on there because you already tested it. It's really going on quite well. Nice. See, even with no more glue than I put on there, it's trying to squeeze out. That's okay. Which side you put this cleat on has an effect on how it presses on. See, if I put it on that side, when I push it, it's going to push that way and force that in. As if I put it over here, it wouldn't create as much pressure. So you kind of got to play with them. In this case, I want it on that side. Push it down. Good to see a little squeeze out. Good. Feel it. See, it's off just a little bit there. We're going to play with this cleat. Pull that down just a little bit. Same thing with that one. It was off just a hair. Okay. Stand a cleat right here. It's nice having them right there where I can get to them. Push that one down. See it squeeze out? Good. There. Okay, so that looks like it went on there pretty easy, but as we can tell, it really is all about the preparation. Without all the planing and the sanding and everything else that we did first, it wouldn't have gone on there that smooth. Now the last thing to do is just apply some downward pressure in some places, and I'm just going to do that with some tape. I definitely have a problem back up on that end, and I see a place here where it doesn't look like the strip's exactly on top of the other one, right there. See, I can move that. I'm going to push that down, squeeze that out, and then hold it with this tape. Just like that. And then the more you do this, the more places you see. This tape is just, I think it's made by duct tape, but it's a clean release painter's tape. And I've got the kind of fat roll. Typically right up here amidship is where you have your biggest problems with these laying straight. There, that's right. See that squeeze out? That's what we want. Now I know why we do these in the wintertime. You wear a sweatshirt, get your pouch with your paper towel in it. It's staying right against the forms, right against the molds. Really nice. See how we're doing down here. That looks good. That's tight. It's glued up on the front of that. We don't have a ton of glue squeezing out of there. That's good. I'm not super happy about that. It mismatched just a hair. Oh, I moved it. You see that? I moved it. Oh, that's great. All right, tight tape it. That's glue starting to set up. You kind of got to move when you're doing this. This was offset just inside, just a little bit. I wonder if that... I think I squeezed it too much with this cleat. See, I moved it. Just like that. In fact, let's don't even put a cleat on there. Let's another piece of tape. I'm good with that. See, it's setting up. Satisfying work, very satisfying. You kind of lose yourself in it. Okay, so we got that strip on the other side. Now here's a look at it from the back side. And you can see just how nicely it fits up on there. Beautiful joint there. You almost can't tell. You can't almost see the joint. There's no gaps, nice and clean. Fits on there just beautifully. We didn't get that glue wiped off, but that's okay. You can see how it fits up here at the front. Actually, this is the stern. It glues up to that mahogany. I need to remember to take that screw out when we get up here. So here's kind of just a close-up look at how it went on there. Fantastic.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.